Hey y'all, SarahLouWho here, and we are back again with The Walking Dead, the final season. So, last episode, we had our food from the train station, everything was looking great aside from, our little run-in with that one guy. And then Brody started kind of freaking out about everything, and she was like, what if he followed you guys back? What then? Everything could go bad. This could be terrible, blah, blah, blah. And then Marlon was all like, you're crazy, Brody. You're overreacting, which was a little, skeevy, but it could have been him just trying not to make us worry. And then, we wake up in the middle of the night. We hear all these voices arguing. It's coming through the pipes. So we follow the pipes and we go down into the basement. And we find Marlon and Brody arguing. And it turns out Marlon is a douchebag. So we get down there, and apparently 10 sisters were given by Marlon to some kind of creepy group thing that Brody is like really scared about, and she says that he's planning on giving us to them if they ever come back, which is, double creepy because it just seems like they're after girls. I don't know if that's the direction it's going, but it kind of, I don't know, it's weird. And then Marlon freaks out, he didn't shove her, he hit her in the face with a flashlight and murdered Brody. And all that. And he tried to find first aid shit, but, douchebaggery was already done. All that. And, didn't go great for Marlon. Marlon turned out to be such a jerk. And all that. But then he doubled up the douchebaggy jerkness and locked us in the basement with Zombie Brody, and we had to fight our way out. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So, let's get back to it.
Where's Clementine? AJ, put the gun down. Get this fucking psycho away from me.
Yo.
Where is she?
AJ's on top of it.
She's in the basement. She murdered Brody.
Lies!
What?
I knew that was gonna happen, though.
Is that blood on your face?
Yeah.
Why Brody?
Did you see it happen?
Get away from AJ, you're so full of shit.
now.
Get your story straight.
Marlon! You might want to get your story straight. Clem! You killed Brody. You hit her so hard, her head split open.
That's a lie!
Is it?
I saw you kill her!
What the hell is going on?
Look at her hands! She's covered in Brody's blood!
Because you locked me down there. Come on, Clem, you got this.
What did you do?
What'd I do? Hey, now!
We saved their lives when anyone else would have kept walking!
And you're pointing your gun at your friends.
Kept them warm! And this is how they thank us! Guns being pulled and murder! Well, fuck them!
Yo,
Marlon!
you don't have the guts.
Jesus Christ.
Can't trade me if I'm dead. Fair point.
You shoot me? And what do you offer up to your raider friends when they come knocking?
Attacking
is
just
she
means
talking
people
about?
can get shot.
Do it, because he needs us alive.
Shut up!
Brody told me Marlon was gonna give me and AJ up to raiders in exchange for safety. The same way he gave up Sophie and Minnie. Oh my god.
Shut the fuck up, Clementine! Let her talk!
Brody told me the truth, and that's when Marlon killed her.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come the fuck on! They only met up with these raiders because Clem insisted they go out there.
What?
Quite the coincidence, isn't it? Shame I don't believe in those. First thing she did was attack you, 10.
10, I've been so nice since then.
How scared we all were when the adults left. I pulled us out of that fear. I gave us all courage again. Who are you all gonna believe, huh? Johnny come lately and her little fucking lunatic?
Dick.
Or me, your friend?
She did help us get food. What good is food if a group of outsiders just gonna
Appeal to
come along
Lewis
take
and
it?
Violet.
I'm just saying.
Well, Violet, or Lewis's best friend.
We don't know her, y'all. Lewis, don't let him do this.
Oh no, I am not involved.
Oh, come on.
I like you, Clem, but not me.
Should have gone with Violet.
You're on your own.
You'd let him
Sorry.
shoot me?
You let him shoot me? Really? Just so you don't have to get involved. I thought you were more than that.
Shit.
Are you, Lewis?
Marlon.
Hell yeah!
Come on, man. Drop the gun.
Lewis! She killed Brody! We can't let her walk away.
Clem, I gotta trust Marlon.
Really?
I got him.
Brody trusted him too. He
I
lied to you,
always have.
Lewis.
Brody trusted him, and now she's dead. And he killed her!
Take that back!
Okay, yes.
You don't know what you're doing, man.
Come on, dude, just drop the gun. This is how adults do things, not us.
Stand down, Marlon. Be reasonable.
Alright, alright. Okay, we got most of people.
You don't get it. You don't understand at all. Do you? I'm trying to protect you!
Lucky the dog's tied. By waving a gun around, he's lying to us, but yeah, failed to protect it.
Fucking one of you!
Dude, you're pointing a gun at everybody.
Loaded gun around protect anyone. Brody's dead. Sophie and Minerva are gone. You suck at protection.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Okay,
I
chill,
made the
Clem.
right call. I saved the lives of everyone in this fucking school. They came back. I'd do it again.
Excuse me?
I didn't realize we were so fucking expendable.
You told me they died!
I had to save the rest of you, okay?
You gave my sisters away! Why would you do something like that? I trusted you, Marlon.
Howard, sacrificing stuff.
Trusted you.
Let's see if we can end this peacefully.
He was in a tight spot. He did the wrong thing, but he thought it was for the right reason. That doesn't mean he shouldn't have to pay for it.
Alright, good. Good. Well spoken,
I
Clem.
wanted to get them. Stage some kind of rescue. Honest, Ted, I just couldn't. I was too afraid.
You killed Brody because she knew.
You didn't mean to. I didn't want this.
We can still fix this.
I
Here's
wanted to
that. Go for
save
the gun.
all of you. Sophie, Minerva.
Peaceful.
I didn't want to hurt them.
Let's try to be peaceful with this.
Still fix this, Marlon. It's going to be okay. We can make this right.
We'll help you. We're all family here. The only one any of us has left.
Alright, alright, alright. Let's do this. Now, somebody get some zip ties.
I know I betrayed you. All of you. Just let me leave. You'll never have to see me again. Just let me become a bad memory. Just give me that.
No, you're a prisoner. Go and never come back.
Please.
You can stay, but not as leader. Just go.
Don't.
What the fuck? Where? Hey, baby! No! Why? Where the fuck did that come from, kiddo?
What?
That's no.
I saved one for me.
Oh God, child. We were doing things peaceful. We weren't tricking. Episode 1 done running. New and 44% of players chose to let AJ go through the window in the train station. 56% of players killed the Walker couple. Okay. You know, and 47% of players went hunting with Lewis and a sim. 53% of players went with Violet and Brody. Kind of surprised at that, honestly, because they were kind of leaning... Oh. I am with the minority who let AJ sleep under the bed. 71% convinced AJ to sleep on the bed. What was the harm in letting him sleep under it if it made him feel more safe? Better he get a good night's rest under it than, you know, a fitful sleep on top of it. Except I'm surprised at this one because they were hinting that Lewis might not even show. You had 22% of players surrendered food to Abel. 78% of players attacked Abel rather than give him the food. Yeah, I feel like I've been making mistakes. You had 39% of players turn to Lewis for help against Marlon. 61% turned to Violet. What the heck? Like, I think Violet probably would have been the easier option, but if you can convince Lewis to come over, I feel like that has more pull. Because they're like, you know, best buddies. He's kind of second in command now that Brody's dead, I guess. All that. You know, I feel like he would have more pull as the person closest to him. Although it is a risky gamble. You and 44% of players chose to let AJ go through. Oh, it's just the summary of it all. Okay. You and 29% of players left 10 feeling helpless. Ah, I'm terrible. 10 was frightened when you attacked him in the dorm in the hallway. When you allowed him to draw he generously gifted you his drawing. You and 39% of players left Violet feeling horrified. She was pleased after you complimented her fighting skills, and Violet was flattered after you comforted her in the dorm rooms. I guess that's good. You and 26% left AJ feeling ruthless. AJ was resolved to sleep under the bed after the first night at the school, and he was disappointed when you let Abel get away at the train station. I don't want my baby being ruthless. Brody's dead. She was appalled when you downplayed the encounter with Abel. Is there any way that could have gone well, though? Like, I think she was just kind of in general freaked out about Abel. Marlon dead. Marlon was relieved to be forgiven for his actions towards the twins and Brody. He felt proud you trusted him with Rosie. Like, I really would have preferred if we could just have sent him on his way, because he's a dumbass and a douche, yes. But it's not like he was being malicious with it. It just felt kind of like a kid too far in over his head. And shit, I would rather just exiled him forever. All that than murdering him, AJ. One of those things. You and 39% of players left Lewis feeling lost. You felt lonely when you chose to hunt rabbits with a sim-all, and when you told him about killing a loved one, he sympathized with your pain. Omar was glad you checked in on him before dinner. Ruby approved of you teaching AJ manners at dinner. Mitch was happy to show off his weaponry skills to you. Sim appreciated that you helped him hunt rabbits. You learned how to bond with Rosie. You learned how to bond with Rosie with Marlon's help, and Willie was fascinated by you when you met him for the first time. Yeah, I didn't really get a second, like, interaction with Willie, though, did we? Because his was lumped in with Mitch. And you collected 4 of 6 items during this episode. Looks like I missed out on some other flowers and some kind of skull. Neat! Oh, dearie, dear, dear. Well, I could have gone better. Let's go ahead and get a few minutes out of episode 2. Up, get a sec. Okay, sorry. Apparently things weren't downloaded and installed. So it took a minute. Oh.
Previously on The Walking Dead, AJ and I had been searching for a long time for some place we could call home. Just when we thought we'd found a huge stash of food, it turned out to be a trap. That could have been the end. But I woke up and found I'd been saved by a guy named Marlin. The leader of a community, living inside an old boarding school. It felt like a chance at having a home, a real one. We had to go back to the train station to see if any food survived the explosion. But someone else had the same idea.
I
I
wonder.
didn't want to risk it. So I let him take some of the food and leave. I found Marlin and Brody in the basement that night, arguing about the man we'd seen, and I learned why Brody was so afraid. The man was part of a group of raiders they'd run into a year ago. Marlin traded Tennessee's older sisters to the raiders to keep himself safe. He attacked Brody and locked me in the basement with her. When she turned, I had to stop her. Marlin stole AJ's gun and tried to convince them I had murdered Brody. Lewis backed me up. With everyone against him, the fight went out of Marlin. I told him to leave and never come back.
But we didn't really get that out.
Marlin was dead. And AJ pulled the trigger. He remembered what I taught him.
When did we teach him to shoot
The last
people?
bullet for himself.
Yeah, you remember that. I'm sure that reflects great on us in the eyes of everyone. But we didn't teach him to shoot people. I mean, like, what the heck? We told him not to kill the walkers. We didn't shoot the guy stealing from us. Is it because I let him sleep on the floor? Like, what the hell? Why did he turn into such a little psycho? I feel like I've been giving very compassionate answers to most of our problems. Well, man has a mind of his own, I guess. Question is, how's everybody else going to deal with this?
I made you some coffee. It was in the kitchen. Tin said that I can have some. I didn't steal it.
How do we talk about this?
I'm surprised you remember how to make it. We haven't had coffee in a long time.
You put it in hot water.
You're right. Thanks.
Last night, with Marlin, I heard Lewis and what he called me.
What did he call you?
Am I a murderer?
No! Oh my god!
Shit! We could get medicine. From
That ain't going to
nurse's
fix a
office.
head wound, darling.
The kid blew his brains out.
You shot him. He's dead. You're a murderer. You promised Marlin. You said you'd help him fix things. What the fuck did you teach this kid?
Fair point.
Lewis called me a murderer. But we're supposed to kill bad stuff. Monsters. Did I do it bad?
We don't kill people, bud.
I thought Marlin
Marlin had it coming. What you did was
He
wrong.
killed Brody. He kept telling lies.
Lewis was right.
I hate to do this to you,
Sometimes
AJ.
do bad things, like Marlin did. When you shot him, he wasn't a threat to us anymore. If you kill someone when they're no longer threatening you, that's murder.
Yeah. That was bad, buddy.
What are we gonna do?
Trying to keep things as civil as possible here, and you kind of, Oh no, it changed. Okay, y'all getting pissed. They're not okay with this.
All of you.
Hell yeah, Violet!
It was under control. I talked Marlon down. Then he murdered my fucking friend.
Take AJ, go inside.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, just let them go back to the dorms? What happens the next time one of us does something this kid doesn't like? Should we expect a bullet too?
That's not what happened.
AJ wouldn't do that.
It's
Marlon tried to
exactly
kill
what
us.
happened. It was over. The little Mr. Trigger Happy decided otherwise.
No, he wouldn't do that. He'd never hurt any of you.
Yeah, we kind of...
It was Marlon threatened us.
AJ pointed the gun first.
Get it, Louis. Just back off, okay?
Back off? Seriously?
He's just a kid. Come on.
Let's go.
Clem?
I have to defend him
I'm
at
a
some
murderer.
point.
Am I gonna die too?
What? No.
Well, I think murderers are like monsters, and I know what happens to monsters.
You're not a monster, kid.
Nothing good.
Not a monster. They can be forgiven.
Nothing good at
I'll
all.
keep you safe.
We can forgive them.
I mean, we kind of were doing it with
Even
Marlon.
Some monsters, they get a second chance.
Some monsters. Not all.
When bad people, like murderers, try to make it right, that's when other people forgive them.
That sounds hard.
This is a really complicated situation.
We're going to fix this. You and me. I'm going to help you atone.
Atone?
It means make up for what you did wrong. We'll make it all right with the others.
For God's sake, someone help me with this.
Saved you from that car wreck, and you fucking murdered him?
Get back, Mitch.
Get back.
Damn it, kid! Stop!
You gonna let him kill me too?
This our Mitch, or
Then
he'll
who's
shoot.
next?
We can't keep killing each other.
Really?
Haven't enough people died tonight? Brody, Marlon, we can't keep killing each other.
Fight with words.
Fuck are you saying that to me after what he did? Screw both of you.
I'm sorry.
Hey, what is it?
You've killed a lot of people. You murdered your friend Lee, didn't you?
What?
You said he was handcuffed. He wasn't a threat.
He was turning. It's different.
So, that means you murdered him.
Ah! Gut punch, kid. I made the wrong decision. How dare you ask me that? I ended his suffering. There's a difference.
Killed him because I loved him. I didn't want him to suffer.
How? He'd be dead.
He would have turned. I didn't want that for him.
He didn't want it either.
He deserved better.
I love you, Clem.
I love you back.
Just kids trying, man. 10.
Hey. Violet said to come get you for the funeral.
Oh dear.
Really?
We used to have them more. Then we stopped. It seems right, though. I brought you something.
For me?
I figured you'd be afraid, with everyone all upset. But you were brave last night. Like a firefighter.
No. Firefighters are good. I'm a murderer.
No, you're not. You gotta have a trial first. They decide that stuff in a courtroom. That's how it works. Worked before. Back then, there were all kinds of rules about who was innocent, who was guilty.
We have to make new rules.
It was complicated.
We have to decide things for ourselves now. We can't rely on other people to make the rules for us.
Who decided you're a murderer?
Clem.
I.
But she's right.
To be fair, it was Lewis first.
I think you're okay.
10, you are an angel.
You sure you don't want your firefighter?
You should keep him, because you're good like him.
I'm not. Oh god.
Maybe we could play with him later? Together?
Sure. After the funeral. They buried them already. File started soon. See you out there.
Oh, I feel like I have failed so hard on this kid.
It's gonna be hard. Everyone's going to be upset. We need to show them we care, okay?
Okay.
This could have gone better. Gonna need all that. Okay. When you're ready, go to the funeral. But I think we're going to just end this today.
At least these won't die.
Ah! God, sorry.
They look good together.
Do you think his is better?
No.
No, I like them both.
Me protecting Clem. That didn't work out great though, did it? Oh, I feel terrible. I don't want him thinking that I think he's a bad person, because that's not what I was going for at all. Can't grab my hat, can I? And stuff. That really wasn't what I was going for. He needs to understand, though, that we can't just, like, murder people willy-nilly like that. Because he did. He did murder Marlon. Marlon had dropped the gun. It wasn't... We were going to let him go and all that. Ugh. Ah, he was a dick, but still, buddy, we were trying to go the peaceful route, and you just killed him. Ugh. And then, of course, everybody's like, what were you teaching him? And he's like, I saved the last bullet for myself. We are teaching him to be ruthless, but we're teaching him to be a survivor, but I want him to be a compassionate survivor and not like, I'm going to shoot you first glance survivor. Oh... I don't know what else I could have done, though. And stuff. I felt like I was doing compassionate things. I thought I was teaching him good and all that, but he's just kind of rebelling against that a bit. Oh, man. It could have gone better. Could have gone better. Now, the question is, what the hell do we do about you, buddy? Because thank goodness, 10 with his blessed soul is forgiving. All that. I mean, he can forgive Clem for putting a knife to his throat. He can forgive AJ for shooting his... I don't want to say mentor. Guardian, kind of. Except, you know, he was a lion-ass guardian, so... I mean, he did protect him from us, so I guess guardian. Yeah, it works fine. God, it's just a complicated situation all around, ain't it? But I'm worried about the others, especially Lewis. Like, Lewis really thought he had fixed everything, like us! And all that, and, they were having, like, moments and everything, and now, oh, Clem, having a kid complicates things. Aww. Yeah, Lewis is going to be pissed. Mitch is definitely pissed. We've already established that. Violet, thank goodness, is on our side. Bless Violet. Bless Violet in 10. Ruby seemed in shock last night, so I'm not sure how that's going to go down. Sims seems reasonably worried about everything. Everybody else is just kind of freaked out about it, I think. And the worst part is, I think most people think that Clem's okay and a good person. It's just AJ keeps on digging himself a hole. And they don't get it because he's just a little baby and he doesn't know any better. And he's really having trouble distinguishing right and wrong. And all that. And they're all kids too, so it kind of muddles it a bit because, you know, they don't have that perspective. They're all like, he's not that much younger than us, I guess, but he's still a baby. But they're not seeing babies, they're just seeing, like, all these other kids are doing great, like 10 and all that. And 10's had a lot of fucking trauma and all that. He's not going around shooting people. all that. I feel like they're not able to kind of look at it from the perspective of AJ's just a confused child. Because they're all still so young themselves, I think is what I'm trying to get out. But yeah, that's where we are today, so... Until next time, like and subscribe if you want to, and thank you for watching.